And I'd like you just maybe for a minute to close your eyes and feel a little 2-year-old in you that had all this wonderful life energy and exuberance, this desire to live and explore, and you were tough. You were tough as a 2-year-old. You were tough on a young mom and dad. But all you wanted to do was to be born and be alive and be you. And very, very early on, somebody was spanking you, yelling at you, calling you names, telling you that what you felt wasn't okay, that there was something wrong with you. And maybe deep down for lots and lots of years you've had a secret that you really believe that there's something wrong with you. Some deep, inherent flaw you've been hiding so that no one would ever know. Or you think that if you got too close to somebody, they'd find out that you're really not what you look like. Can you feel a little child inside of yourself who's confused by that? Who's sad, angry, frightened? If you were going to talk to them, what would you say to them? Your sadness had tears. Your tears had words. If your anger had words, if your fear had words, what would you say? I want you to stop the tape and write that little 2-year-old a letter. Dear little John, dear little Mary, dear little Cindy, dear little Susie. Here's what I want to say to you. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, by writing that letter, you've made a connection with your little toddler part. And that's a very good exercise that I encourage you to do. You may have gotten into some sadness as you wrote it. There's something about writing that allows us to focus our emotional energy. So it's a good exercise. And it puts you in a good place now to do the meditation for reclaiming the toddler. I'm going to ask you to find a quiet place again where you can take the phone off the hook, where you won't be interrupted for 20-25 minutes, and get in a nice, comfortable position. Allow yourself to rearrange your body anytime you need to. The important thing is just to be comfortable. And I'm going to ask you to begin by just focusing on your breathing. If you feel okay with it, go ahead and close your eyes. If you don't, keep your eyes open. Maybe later on you'll feel like closing them. But start with some nice deep breaths, like breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hold it 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do that 5 or 6 times. just go to your normal breathing, just noticing the air as you breathe it in and as you breathe it out. When we grow up in families where there's lots of conflict, lots of scolding, lots of punishment, lots of name-calling, lots of control, we develop patterns of shallow breathing. Sometimes we learn to hold our breath and tighten our muscles so we don't have to feel what's going on around us. We numb out our bodies. So it's real important to breathe deeply and really become conscious of your breathing. Noticing how you breathe in and how you breathe out. Noticing what's happening in your body when you breathe in and when you breathe out. And relaxing, letting your muscles go. Letting go. You really know how to let go, and you really know how to relax. You know what it is to lay out in the sun on a warm, sunny day, or to take a warm bath, maybe a hot tub, or just to float in the ocean, float on a lake, float in a swimming pool, or just those times when you were very concentrated, you were reading a book, maybe a novel that you liked, or watching a show, a movie, or a TV show. You were totally absorbed. It seemed like a minute had passed when really an hour had passed. So you really know. You really know how to become absorbed, how to concentrate. So just let yourself find those memories of relaxation, of letting go, of relaxing, feeling calm. And as you do that, just feel the way you're connected to the chair or the floor or whatever you're connected to, the contact that you make. And just become conscious of wherever you're conscious of your clothes touching your body. And as you're conscious of your clothes, become conscious of the room, the air around you. Remembering where you are. And as you become conscious of the air around you, be conscious of the sounds. Hear as many sounds as you can hear around you. And as you hear the sounds around you, go back to your breathing. Breathing in and out the number 3. Imagine you could see a black 3 on a white curtain, or a white 3 on a black curtain. And as you see the number 3, or you can even finger paint it in your mind's eye, or hear it, the word 3, in your mind's ear. Let that be a signal to relax even more. Even more. And then breathe in and out the number 2. Going just a little deeper. Letting go just a little more. Finding that place of balance. You found it long ago when you were a child, playing with your toys. You knew how to pick them up, hold on to them. You knew how to let them go when you put them down. You knew how to walk, you learned how, and you had to hold on. You had to hold on to the chair, to the wall. And then you tried letting go and risked walking a space. Maybe you fell down. And you had to hold on again and let go. And you learned to swing on swings. Push back, hold on, let go. Feel the air blow in your face. Maybe you climbed up a sliding board and then pushed and let go. Or held on to the merry-go-round. Or rode your little tricycle. So you really know just how much to hold on and how much to let go. And now see the number 1 as you breathe in and out, the number 1. And just let that take you to the appropriate place of holding on and letting go. And as you see that number 1, just imagine that becomes a door. That you could open that door and walk into a hallway and begin walking down that hallway back in time. And at the end of the hallway there was a room that you could walk into and sit down. Make it a beautiful room any way you want it to be, with the colors you like, kind of floor you like, wood or tile or whatever you like. Put flowers in your room, the smells you like, and the kind of furniture you like. And just find a comfortable chair and sit there and imagine you got a great big TV screen. You could look on that screen and you could see scenes from your childhood going back to a playground, to a park, maybe to a sandbox where you see a little child playing. Just imagine you could walk into that scene. You could walk into that scene and see that little child. Really take a look at them. Are they barefooted? What are they wearing? If you can't see them clearly, just get a sense of them being there. Talk to them. Tell them you're from their future, that you know better than anybody what they've been through. Tell them you've made it. And thank them for the courage they had. For the courage they had as little people to deal with all the confusing things that they had to deal with. Tell them that you've come into their life now. Tell them that it's okay to be curious, to want to look at things, to touch and taste things, and that you're going to be in their life now and make it safe for them to do that. Just imagine that you were that little toddler looking up at this grown-up person smiling at you, the grown-up you. You could see your own face, your own grown-up face. Hear your own grown-up voice telling you, we've made it, thanking you for being so courageous. And listen some more. Listen some more to that voice telling you things you need to hear. That it's okay to be a little person, to feel sad sometimes, to cry. It's okay to cry. It's good to cry. We're the only animals who cry with tears. We need to cry. And it's okay to be angry. I can help you, show you how to be angry and be respectful. It's okay to be angry and express your anger. And even though you are a big girl, a big boy, it's okay to be afraid. It's just okay to be afraid sometimes. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. I won't leave you if you say no. I won't leave you if you're angry. It's okay to be different than me. It's okay to just be yourself. It's okay to want to learn, to want to explore, to want what you want. And I'm going to be in your life now. Let you have your feelings. And it's okay to have conflict. We can work it out. We can find ways to work it out. And if you feel like it, I'd like a hug. I'd like a hug from you. And as you look up at that grown-up you, if you feel like it, give them a hug. And as you hug that little toddler, just be your grown-up self again. Maybe they don't want you to hug them. That's okay. That's okay. Just tell them you're in their life now. They can come to your room with you and talk to you anytime they want to. Anytime they want to. You can check out how they're feeling. And just tell them I'll be there. Tell them of all the people you'll ever know in your life, I'm the only one that you'll never lose. That's something. That's really something. So give them a big hug now. And just imagine yourself going back to your room and seeing that screen go blank. And just sit there for a minute and think about that. How wonderful, how full of wonder that little person is that lives inside of you. And how much you need to be there and have that part of you in your life. So you've really done a connection here, a reclaiming here of that little toddler. So just imagine yourself. You can come back whenever you want to and talk to her, him. Imagine yourself getting up and walking out of your room, down that hallway, back through the door, and look back as you walk through the door and see the number 1. Now, as you look at the number 1, if you take a nice deep breath, realize that you've just made a connection with that toddler, and you're going to remember it. You're going to remember it for a long time. You're going to be surprised. Every time you see a little toddler playing, you're going to remember it. And now see the number 2. Take another deep breath. Just gently move your fingers and your toes and feel your life coming back. And the number 3. See the number 3. And when you're ready, just slowly open your eyes.